What's up, guys? Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, and in the spirit of Valentine's Day, oh, I have to start recording. No, I don't. Okay. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I'm doing a little fun filter here, so I hope you guys like it. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I built a small team, just getting started with this new company, we're well over 70 now, and it's been just over a month. So I'm going to show you and share with you guys just a couple things. If you guys don't know how my podcasts are, I'm doing a live stream right now. It's just off the cuff. I don't have notes prepared. I just kind of share with you what's on my mind. So I am going to go ahead and put 1 in the comments if you're watching this live, put 2 if you're watching the replay. If you're new and you've never seen my videos before, put new so I can connect with you. And if you share this, you can share it on Facebook. I'm going to live stream this on my business page. Go ahead and put shared in the comments so I can shout you out and tell you thank you for that. Okay, so I'm really short on time, so I'm going to rock and roll and jump right into this lovely podcast here. Okay, hold on 1 second. Welcome everyone to the Goal Digger Girls podcast, where we talk about crushing your goals and creating the life of your dreams. I'm Kimberly Olson, your host, and today we are going to talk about how I've been able to launch with a new company and build my team to over 70 in just over a month. And I'm excited to share some tips and tricks with you of what I did differently now that I have 2 long years under my belt with network marketing. But it is kind of like dog years, isn't it? So I really think that there's a lot of mystery and a lot of questions, and people see people recruiting and think, well, they're just really good at closing. And the truth of the matter is, I'm not a great closer. I don't really close people. If you talk to anybody that's joined my team, I don't do any weird psychological, on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to join my business, or I don't push people into it. I just don't. I basically, and I'll share with you guys some things that have worked for me. I just really believe that if you can build relationships with people and share with them what you're excited about, and to see at that time if it's a good fit for them. And then if they're on board, great, right? If not, no worries. Like, you could stay in touch, because you just never know when they might want to become a customer, or you might have a different proposition or a different opportunity, okay? So the first thing there's 3 things that I did, okay? When I was 23 years old, I had my first official business. I was an independent contractor since I was 18, but I had a real office. I was a district sales manager for a company called Cutco Cutlery. So those were knives, if you guys have heard of my story around this. And I got promoted to go to out of state and build up a business with a new team from scratch. I had no staff. I had nobody on my team, nothing. And I remember getting my office space, and I sat down and I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to find people? I don't even know anybody in this area, and I have to build up this huge team. So with my advertising campaign, I sat down and and this is back in 2003, you guys, so it was a long time ago, but I put in ads in the newspaper, different ads in the newspaper. And I want you guys to think about your messages on Facebook. I did different ads in the paper, but I tested out the ads and paid attention to which ones were actually getting people calling in about the positions. And so I had different messages, which is something, to take the correlation for yourself, you're going to want to think to yourself, let me try some different approaches with people and see what is getting people to engage. If you keep using the same message and you're messaging out the same thing to 50 people, 100, 150, kind of doing a blitz, and then you're just getting a couple coming back into you, you're not changing up your message. The other things I would do was on campus flyering. I would get up at the frickin' crack of dawn, and it would be in the winter sometimes, and I would go and write on chalkboards that we paid really well, so I put a little ad. Maybe if you guys have seen these ads before. We would fly our cars, again, in the snow and the ice, and we would just stick the opportunity on people's cars. I would do on-campus events where I would have a table, and people would come, and I would share with them about what I was doing. We had referral programs. What else? I had a whole thing. And you know what's really interesting about that advertising, you guys, is I never knew exactly what was the thing. There wasn't like a way to say, okay, just this ad is what I need to spend my money on. Just this ad is going to get people coming to me. I had to throw everything on the wall. They say what you're supposed to do is just throw all of it on the wall, and 50% of it's going to work, but you don't know which 50%. So with this new launch, some of you guys know I switched companies around January 1st. So I'm about 5 weeks in, coming up on a month and a half, and have recruited over 70 people into my team. Now, how did I do that? So there's a couple different components. The first thing I did is that advertising campaign, like I told you guys. I posted on I did social media, okay? So I posted curiosity posts. I would put stuff in my stories. I would share with share with things about my product or my opportunity without saying, come buy my stuff, okay? Or you need to join my team. I was just sharing with it. It was piquing curiosity, and people would message me and say, I want to know more. What is this all about? The other things I did is I created a group and found a place for people to come in so I could educate and teach, inspire, and obviously share my product when it was appropriate. And that way I could get some people engaged and interacting and obviously wanting to know more. I always say unapologetically. I unapologetically reached out to my warm market. And a lot of times I'll see when people switch, and I have people on my team that even do this. And so if you're on my team, it's, everyone has their journey and their path, but a lot of people will switch companies and not want to approach their warm market. Put a 3 in the comments if this is you and you're guilty of this, where you just are so nervous about telling them what you're doing because you feel like you're the girl who cried network marketing. You're like, oh, I'm with a different company. The fact of the matter is most people don't get it right the first time. Most people don't know the first time that that's the right company for them. Just like when people choose a major in college, very few college students make it through graduation without changing their major at least one time. I don't know the specific statistics, but it's pretty high. Or even think about career changes. My undergrad's business, I went into health and wellness nutrition. I've done a lot of training, and now I am an entrepreneur and I have multiple businesses on social media. I've changed as well, right? So you have to think about it that way, and you just have to approach unapologetically and share with them, hey, I'm really passionate about this. I've decided to take my business in a different direction. I'm really excited, and you share your story, okay? And going with that, that's something that I think that I did differently, where the attraction marketing is the pull, where you're pulling people in. And so I share on my page, I share in my stories, I have a group to pull people in that way. I've done polls, I've done challenges. And with the push marketing is where you're reaching out to people. And so the first place I reached out unapologetically was to my warm market, sharing with them and just saying, hey, I'd love for you to take a look at this. I'd love to get your feedback. I'm trying to build up some testimonials. So what can we do to get you started? Because I know this product could really help you, and I really need to get some people, getting started with it so I can start to get that feedback and those testimonials. The other thing that I did that I feel, and this is all in retrospect because I went my first run at social media, in my first network marketing business, I feel like there's a lot of mistakes I made, which I needed to make because I was learning, right? It's seriously like the school of hard knocks when you become a network marketer, isn't it? And so the thing that I did differently this time is I got really clear on my story. And the reason why it was so easy for me to get clear on my story is because I had such a great response to my products. So the products I was representing before were not a good fit for me. I couldn't have this great story where I felt like I had to tell everybody about it. I would tell some people when it made sense, but I didn't want to it didn't feel like I should just share it with everybody because I was so pumped, okay? So when you're reaching out to people that you don't know, the goal is to get your story, let them hear your story as soon as possible. And I use voice messenger. And when you're genuinely excited about something, you can share your story without people feeling like they're being sold to or you're spamming them. If you're really excited and you're just like, yeah, and this was my experience and I'm just letting people know, I'm a brand influencer for this company and I'm just getting the word out. So letting people know what you're doing and finding out if there's a need for them, if it's a good fit for them. And that's what's just really cool about it, is starting to realize that it's just sharing stories. It's not saying the right thing to the person, or we come up with these different cold messages. It's the thing that I think has really been neat about this whole journey for me is that everybody who's joined my team, I've genuinely been so excited about them joining my team because they're people who I've attracted over time because of the type of content I've been sharing, the way that I've positioned myself on social media, the way that I show up. I'm super genuine, I'm authentic. What you see is what you get. If I'm learning something, I turn around and teach it to you guys right away. I'm not holding things back or hiding secrets. And I'm attracting all these people that are a reflection of that. So it's really been this just sort of supernatural process. So my advice to you is, if you feel like you're pulling teeth, if you feel like you're banging your head against the wall, if you feel like you're I cannot send one more cold message, be like me when I started my office back in 2003 selling Cutco knives, is try some different things, try some different approaches. Oh, online events, that's another big way that I've been able to reach through my network and tap into which I'm going to be doing a workshop on tonight. That was another thing too. But I want you guys to change it up. I want you guys to try something different. You're going to know when you're in the flow. you're gonna know when you're in the flow because it will feel good to you. I don't dread Messenger anymore. I don't dread asking people if they want to take a look because I genuinely am so excited about my opportunity. I know it's the best and I feel really confident in that. I know the kind of leader I am. I know what I have to offer as somebody's sponsor or upline. And if it's not a fit, it's okay. I'm still here to support people. Like, I love teaching and educating and sharing with other people, even if they're not on my team, what's working for me. So I really just encourage you to change your approach until you find something that feels good to you, because if it doesn't fit and it doesn't feel right, you are going to have resistance and you're going to be pushing away what you want, and you're going to be pulling in people that you don't want. So it's going to be the people who sign up and are kidnappers and they don't do anything, or they're negative, or they don't want to work this. So if you feel like your whole team is all these people that you don't really enjoy working with, look at how you recruited them, and that can tell you a lot as well. So I hope that's helpful. I'll do more trainings on this because I do believe that there's some really important things that I've done differently, and other girls on my team are doing it too, and they're building businesses that they feel really good about, and it's just really fun, and I never had fun before. So if you're not having fun, there's hope. Stick around, okay? So since I'm streaming this live on my podcast, I'm going to wrap this up. Just to let you guys know, tonight I have my 15-minute Facebook party remix, which is basically how I show you how to do online events that are 15 minutes long, and on average you can walk away from them with 30 to 50 leads. Wouldn't that be great? So if you're watching this live, just put remix in the comments and I'll get you connected with that. No, if you're watching this live, put link in the comments. I'll sync this up to ManyChat. Link, LINK, put link in the comments. We'll get you connected with ManyChat. I also have a ManyChat crash course coming up, so put link in the comments if you want details on that, because I use it to attract leads, gain leads, collect leads, emails. I use it to pre-qualify prospects. I'm able to actually get customers and business builders that way. So I believe in ManyChat, but it's really confusing to people. So if you need help with that, just put link in the comments and we'll get you the ManyChat crash course and information on that, okay? So I have a team call right now, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But if you're listening on the podcast, thank you so much. Please leave a review. I'm on iTunes, Spotify, all over the place. I think around 30,000 downloads, so your reviews mean so much to me. So until next time, go out there and crush your goals and create the life of your dreams. Oh, I was supposed to do a mid-roll. I was supposed to stop partway through to sneak an ad in there. That's okay, but thanks for being on, guys. Like I said, I have to run. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of the night. If you're watching the premiere, this is probably during the day, so have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.